Okay, you guys, this is Everbee, and I have some more orb images for you guys to share with you guys. We're gonna start with this one. These are orbs that was in my bedroom. I wasn't doing a session. I just happened to look up and see a few of them. So then I, you know, started recording. So this one, first I thought, well, I really didn't know what to think. First I thought it might have been an eye right here, you know, but it looks like a hole. But then I was thinking, if this is an eye, then where's the other eye? So, but this is the orb. Look at the body. Look at this orb. See that? And then this has an opening over here. Like, that's an opening. Can you see that? That's open. Like it's a, you get what I'm saying? It's really weird. And then it's another opening here, down there. That's an opening down there. But this is an orb. And I wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, now we got a few more. I enlarged these real big, the photos, so the orbs are not this big. But here's another one flying past my bedroom closet. Those are my clothes behind it. And if you notice, they got a rainbow trail or something behind them, like a rainbow trail or tail. You can kind of see it. This one purple, blue, pink. This one has one too, but I'm gonna have to show y'all a smaller picture of that one. Okay, here's another one over by my clothes. And you can see. And then this has a tail too. So they got some kind of rainbow colored tail on them, you know. These are my clothes behind it. Okay, this was the first one we looked at. So you couldn't really see the tail on it. But this that very first one we looked at. And see it's got a tail. It's got a tail on it. With all different colors. Look at that. And this is that first one we looked at. Because remember I was talking about the openings on it. But this is an orb. This here is an orb. And you can clearly see the tail here. Like or some kind of, you know, a train or a trail behind it. All those colors. That's attached to the orb. This is it again. You know, in the original size. Here's another one over by my coat or my closet. And these are just clothes behind it, like clothes and stuff. This might be a button on one of my coats, so that's not an eye. It's just a button over there. That's on one of my coats. That's behind it. This is another one. It looks like the first one, but it's not the first one. And you can see how long it is. Give me a minute. I'm trying to keep this TV from not coming on and loud in the background. Here's one on the bed. Pure white. It's believed that these are angels when they're pure white like this. These are angels. That's right on the bed with me. And here's another picture of that one. Now I got the video. I just gotta like edit it because it's too long and cut the end off of it and stuff. Yeah. Okay, here's another white one. That's, and you can see the colorful train or whatever you want to call this. Almost puts me in the mind of jellyfish almost, you know. But you see this this colorful trail? You see that? Attached to that orb. It's attached to that orb. And even if you go look at this one has one too, but it's kind of harder to see. But you can see some discoloration around where it's at. Like they always have, something around them. Here's another one over by my closet. And you can see the rainbow again. You can see the tail on it. It's got a streak or a tail on it or something. And here is this one. Now this, I took a picture of my backyard camera that, that I got for the alley in the back. Because it's an alley that run in the back. It took some pictures of something like this. But you remember my backyard camera was not in color. The security camera was infrared. It would be in black and white. So, but you can see the colorful, in the front of my clothes and stuff attached to this orb. You can see these colors. Here's another one. I have some boxes on the shelf. Here's another one up there. See it? And it too has a tail. A colorful tail. You can see it. Nothing on my shelf is that color. And I think that one might be it. Nope. Well, this is just showing y'all the regular pictures or the regular sizes of the orbs before I enlarge them really big. But you can clearly see it. This might be the last one. Nope. I showed y'all this one already too. But this is the original size. And you can kind of see me. A little bit of me laying on the bed. But yeah, it just flew past my window. They started flying like going crazy. And I think I had meditated or prayed or something. And I choose, when I see them. But they'll come, like if I ask for benevolent, loving light beings to show themselves, I'll see them. And, sometimes with my natural eye, I don't always need the camera. But I saw these flying around after I got finished praying. And so I just went ahead and start recording. And this is that same one again. I'm just so in awe at this one. Okay, those were from last week. Sorry about that. We're going to go to the first one. Let's go to the very first one. Yeah, this is the first one, and it just looks so, I don't know what you would make of it. But it's definitely got an opening over there, look like a mouth, but I know it's probably not. And then an opening here. And then look at the top. This is an orb. This is an orb that was flying around. This is an orb, a real orb. I be trying to tell y'all people. This is not this, nobody calls them dust anymore. What, but years ago when I first started putting these up, people was calling this dust. But they just, nobody comments that anymore. So even if you don't know what it is, because I'm not 100% sure, I do keep my space and my atmosphere around me, but in a positive mode. Like I have incense and positive energy little stuff. I'm not a fanatic, so I ain't got a lot of stuff, but I got some Himalaya lamps. And I got just some spiritual incense, and and a diffuser. And that stuff helps keep my atmosphere positive. Plus my activities are positive too, So but these are orbs. These are orbs. This is not dust. These are orbs. And I'm not 100% sure what they are neither. They don't give me a scared feeling or nothing like that. I can't be 100% sure, you guys. I have took some guesses and stuff that, they're to me, they're extraterrestrial. Could they be spirit? Yes. But a lot of people tend to think that orbs are just spirit, and that's just not true. You know what I'm saying? If spirits are using orbs, they are not the only thing that are using the orbs. Again, I've said it 1,000 times. The orbs that I record look alien. I've never seen an orb with human features. Never. So yeah, spirit can show itself to people how it wants to. It may, some spirits may visit or show themselves to people in orb form, and that's fine. But that's not how they show themselves to me. When I see spirit, it looks like they look like old TV rerun. And I be sitting up straight woke, and, I'll see one walk or something like that, it'll walk across the room and disappear. Like I've been seeing that stuff since I was little. And it just looked like a hologram. You know what I'm saying? Like the old black and white TV programs. That's what spirit looked like to me in full form. I don't see spirit in orbs like some people think. Orbs is not just spirit. I can't stress this enough. All the orbs that I've recorded, and I know some people probably have recorded orbs with human faces. That's fine. I haven't seen a human face in the orbs I've recorded. Spirits show themselves to me outside of orbs. They don't show themselves to me in orbs. Extraterrestrials are showing themselves to me in orb form, is what I believe. So, of course, I'm not 100% sure what they are. I'm going to side that they're not. The ones around me are not evil and bad. I know some people have had bad experiences with orbs. These orbs, I literally see by accident because they're quiet. They don't bother, and they can manipulate, the things in the location and make noise and stuff if they want to. They can do that. I've never had it happen to me. So these orbs around me are not causing havoc and distress for me. I can discern very well. And I'm very sensitive to energy, because I'm very spiritual. So, I don't feel scared. I don't get a scared feeling. So, I know some people be worried about that, and you've probably had bad experience with orbs. Maybe your orbs are of a different nature, but my furniture don't move or none of that. And I do live alone, and I cut all my lights off when I go to sleep. So yeah. But I was just saying that to say, you know, even if you don't want to say what they are, I get that. This is not dust. And a lot of times I've did so many videos where I've sent and did sessions and actually called them. And you can hear it in the clip. And you'll see them respond to my voice. I did one video where I asked it to go over about my black coat hanging up. And it blinked on that black coat. That's recorded. That's on my channel. We can go back and forth, all day about, what they are, but mines are not dust. And yes, some orbs can be mistaken for, dust. Dust can be mistaken for orbs. That is true. But in my situation, no. I know them when I see them. I've never mistaken dust for orb because I can sense it. Like, my abilities allow me to sense the presence before I even see them. And again, I can see them without camera most of the time. So I just wanted to say that. And then I just wanted to share these new orb pictures with you guys. And thank you guys for stopping by. Okay, bye-bye.